Hello, everyone. Welcome to Educational Hub. I wrote my research paper using an AI tool, and now I can't stop worrying. What if an AI detector flags it? Which detection tool is actually reliable? If my paper shows a 70 to 80% AI score, what does that even mean? Do I need to humanize the text? And the biggest concern of all, could a journal reject my submission because of this? In this video, I'll break down everything you need to know about AI detection tools and how they relate to academic writing, so you can move forward with clarity and confidence. No hype, just clear, honest information. So let's dive straight in. To begin with, it's important to understand how AI detection tools actually function. These systems don't know whether something was written by a human or AI. Instead, they analyze patterns in the text and make a probability-based guess. They typically evaluate factors such as perplexity, how predictable the word choices are. AI-generated text often follows highly probable word sequences, making it more predictable. Repetition and stylistic consistency. AI writing can sometimes repeat structures or maintain an overly uniform tone. Burstiness, the variation in sentence length and complexity. Human writing usually shifts naturally between short, simple sentences and longer, more complex ones, while AI text may appear smoother and more evenly structured. Using these signals, the detector estimates whether the content is likely AI-written, human-written, or a mixture of both. But here's the important part, and this is where many people misunderstand the process. AI detection tools are not definitive proof of anything. They can never guarantee 100% accuracy. A carefully written human paper can sometimes be marked as AI-generated, while AI-written content that has been revised, edited, or slightly altered may appear completely human. That's why most universities and academic publishers treat AI detection software as a preliminary screening method, not a final judgment. An AI score, even a high one, does not automatically mean misconduct or rejection. It simply signals that the text may require closer review. Human evaluation, context, writing history, and academic integrity policies matter far more than a single percentage score. So the first rule is simple. Don't treat AI detector results as absolute truth. These tools are meant to prompt a second look, not to be blindly trusted. A percentage score should encourage careful review, not panic. Now, if you're wondering which AI detector to try, one option many researchers consider is PaperPal. It's an academic writing assistant built specifically for students, scholars, and researchers, and it has recently introduced its own AI detection feature. Here's how it generally works. First, go to the official PaperPal website and log into your account. If you're new to the platform, you'll need to create an account before accessing the tool. Once inside, you can upload or paste your manuscript into the interface and run the AI detection check from there. Now, before you start thinking this is a paid-only feature, here's the good part. There is a free option available. Under the free plan of PaperPal, you can scan up to 200 words at a time with a limit of 5 scans per day. For most students who just want to check specific sections like an abstract, introduction, or conclusion, that's usually sufficient. Of course, if you're working with a full manuscript, you may need to check it section by section, but for basic reassurance and preliminary screening, the free tier is quite practical. Let's take another look at how the detection feature works in real time. Within PaperPal, you're given 2 simple ways to submit your content. You can either paste your text directly into the input box or upload a Word document from your computer. For this demonstration, I uploaded published papers titled Speeding Up to Keep Up, Exploring the Use of AI in the Research Process. This article was published in October 2021, at a time when AI writing assistants were not part of my workflow. Once the document loads on the platform, All you need to do is click the Check for AI button and wait for the system to analyze the text. After processing, the tool generates an AI detection report. In this case, it indicated an AI likelihood of approximately 12%. However, the key takeaway is not to focus only on that percentage. The explanation below the score clarified that the document was primarily human-written, with minor AI-like characteristics detected. This example highlights an important reality. Even fully human-created academic rating can receive a small AI probability score. The interpretation of the report matters far more than the number itself.
They also make it very clear in their disclaimer that the results are only estimates based on detected writing patterns. The report is not evidence that AI was used. It's simply a probabilistic assessment. Another helpful feature of PaperPal is that it highlights specific sections of the text. This allows you to review the flagged passages individually. Instead of guessing where the issue might be, you can directly examine those parts and decide whether any revision is necessary. But stepping back and looking at the bigger picture, is the tool perfectly accurate? No. As I mentioned earlier, the paper I tested was written and published at a time when I wasn't using AI tools at all, yet the detector still assigned it an 12% AI likelihood. That alone shows an important reality. Detection systems can identify AI-like patterns even in entirely human-written work. So an AI score doesn't automatically prove AI involvement. It simply means certain structural or stylistic features resemble patterns commonly associated with AI-generated text.
So the main takeaway from this entire demonstration is simple. AI detection tools are not flawless. They rely on probability, not certainty. That means their results should be used thoughtfully, not feared or overinterpreted. The healthiest way to approach these tools is to treat them as a self-review mechanism. Use them to reflect on your writing, not as a final judgment on your integrity. There's no need to panic over a percentage score. After running an AI detection check in PaperPal, the next smart step is to evaluate the overall quality of your manuscript. This includes reviewing grammar and language clarity, ensuring proper academic tone, running a plagiarism check to confirm originality. Think of it as a complete document health check. AI detection is just one part of academic quality assurance, not the only one, and certainly not the most important. All of these features are seamlessly integrated into PaperPal, making it easy to polish your manuscript so it's submission-ready. From AI detection to grammar checks and plagiarism review, the platform gives you a complete toolkit for preparing high-quality academic documents. Now, let's talk about what happens if your AI detection report comes back with a 70 to 80% score. What does that actually indicate? Quite simply, it usually means that a significant portion of your text aligns with patterns typical of AI-generated content. In other words, the detector is picking up on substantial AI involvement. There's no way around it. One of the most common pitfalls I've noticed is how people use AI during the drafting process. For example, they might take rough notes or initial ideas and feed them into a tool like ChatGPT, asking it to refine, reword, or expand the content. While this can save time and improve readability, it can also lead to a higher AI detection score because the generated text closely follows AI patterns. Understanding this helps you make informed choices about how to use AI in your academic writing without unintentionally triggering high AI likelihoods. As a result, the content you receive from the AI is essentially 100% AI generated. If you then run that text through an AI detector, it's no surprise that the score will be very high. The system is simply recognizing patterns typical of AI output. This is why relying entirely on AI to draft or rewrite your paper can lead to inflated AI detection results, even if your ideas originally came from you. That's why this method should be avoided. Handing over your entire draft to a general AI tool and then submitting the output as it is will almost always increase your AI score. A smarter strategy is to be selective and intentional with how you use AI. First, if you're going to use AI support, choose tools that are specifically designed for academic writing, such as PaperPal. Unlike broad conversational models like ChatGPT, academic-focused platforms are trained on large collections of scholarly texts. Their suggestions tend to align better with research conventions, formal tone, and journal expectations. Second, and this is crucial, don't rely on AI to generate full paragraphs or entire sections of your paper. The core intellectual work should come from you. Your research question should be yours. Your argument and analysis should be yours. Your structure and logical flow should be yours. Once you've written your draft, AI can be used as an assistant, not a ghostwriter. Let it help you refine clarity, improve grammar, adjust tone, and polish language. That way, the substance remains genuinely yours, and the AI simply supports presentation rather than replacing your thinking.
When you approach AI in this supportive way, writing the core content yourself and using AI only for refinement, the chances of receiving a very high AI detection score drop significantly. Because the ideas, structure, and reasoning are genuinely yours, the overall writing retains natural human variation. AI tools are simply assisting with surface-level improvements like clarity, grammar, and tone. That kind of limited use typically does not produce the strong, uniform patterns that detectors associate with fully AI-generated text. In short, when AI acts as an editor rather than the author, high AI scores become far less likely.
Now let me explain how you can practically apply this approach. Go to PaperPal and paste the draft you've already written into the editor. Once your text is uploaded, use the editing feature to review the document. The tool will scan the entire manuscript for language issues, clarity problems, tone inconsistencies, and overall coherence. What makes this platform reliable for academic work is that it is built around scholarly writing standards. Because it has been developed using large volumes of research literature, the feedback it provides tends to align closely with academic expectations. The suggestions are typically context-aware and suited to formal research communication rather than generic rewriting. In this way, you remain the author of the content, and the tool simply helps you polish it to meet academic publishing standards. After completing the basic language review, you might notice that certain sections of your paper still feel weak or unclear. In those cases, you can explore additional refinement options available within PaperPal. For example, you can rephrase specific passages, enhance fluency and readability, adjust the text to sound more academic, simplify overly complex sentences, shorten lengthy sections to make them more concise, modify tone or replace words with more precise synonyms. However, it's important to be thoughtful in this process. Don't automatically accept every suggestion and paste it into your document without review. Instead, carefully compare the original version with the proposed revision. Evaluate whether the change genuinely improves clarity, accuracy, or academic tone. Only incorporate edits that strengthen your writing while preserving your intended meaning and argument. This way, you remain fully in control of your work, and the tool simply supports your revision process rather than replacing your voice.
Here's my overall advice on using PaperPal to improve your writing. The platform is designed to help you refine language, enhance clarity, and ensure your paper meets academic standards, all while keeping your ideas and voice intact. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, why not just use a humanizer tool to lower the AI score quickly and skip all this effort? Sure, a humanizer can reduce the percentage, but that's not the goal. What really matters is producing strong, high-quality writing that communicates your research effectively. The AI score is just a byproduct. The focus should always be on improving your content, not chasing a number. Here's my final takeaway from everything we've covered. Use AI responsibly. Don't rely on AI to write entire paragraphs or full sentences for you. Your ideas, arguments, and structure should always come from you. AI should only act as a refinement tool. Treat AI detectors as a self-check, not a verdict. They're useful for reviewing patterns in your writing, but a high score doesn't automatically mean your work is flawed or unethical. Don't panic over AI scores. Even if a detector flags a portion of your text, remember that these tools aren't 100% accurate. A small AI percentage doesn't mean your research will be rejected or that your work lacks integrity. Avoid humanizers. These tools claim to mask AI use, but they often compromise the quality of your writing rather than improving it. That's everything I wanted to share today. My goal is to help you gain confidence in using AI and AI detection tools effectively while keeping your research authentic and strong. Also, don't forget to try PaperPal for both AI detection and academic writing support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.